Leading off, the designated hitter, number 21, Graham Pauly. Batting second, the center fielder, number 3, Eury. Batting third, the first baseman, number 18. Leading off, the designated hitter, number 21. Fourth, the catcher, number 80, Joe Mack. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 54, Jacob.
Norby hammers high in the sky, out to left, no doubt about it. And that was a no-doubt bomb for Norby. 1-0 pitch, that one hammered out to left and deep. That is gone. And Agustin Ramirez does it early. Home run number 20 on the year. And he gets to Skubal in the 0-2. Stowers rips down the right field line. That gets in, and the ball game is over. Kyle Stowers with a line shot down the right field line, and it's a walk-off winner for the Fish on opening day.
It's time for Marlins on Deck on the Marlins Radio Network. Now, let's go out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Stephen Strong.
All right, folks, greetings and welcome from Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium in Jupiter, Florida on an 84-degree toasty Tuesday afternoon. We're streaming live on the MLB app. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio, and this is the 2026 Florida Grapefruit League. And this afternoon, we bring you a matchup between the 8-4 Washington Nationals and your 6-8 Miami Marlins. Eury Pérez, he finally gets to pitch against a team not named the St. Louis Cardinals. Over his first two starts against the Redbirds, we will see him take the ball for the third time this season as he faces off against the Nationals and Foster Griffin, 30-year-old southpaw that refined and rebirthed in the NPB over in Japan the last 3 seasons. He will toe the rubber for Washington for the second time and first time in Grapefruit League play. Not the second time, because he did face an exhibition game against Team Venezuela. We will get going today at 1:10 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Tuesday afternoon with Jack McMullen. I'm Steven Strom. We got a good lineup for you today, and we got some good injury news. I feel like every time I jump on these grab-and-go Marlins on Deck pregame shows, I am very giddy to give you guys some great news on the injury front because we've gotten that. So we'll get to that. We will also get you out of the cap. But we'll start here with Eury. And the reason being is because the first 2 starts have been troublesome for Eury, and I know it's spring training. His last one, which was 10 days ago against the St. Louis Cardinals, you have to go back to February 28th. He went an inning and 2/3, gave up 6 hits and 4 runs. I asked Clayton McCullough this morning, what does a successful day for Eury Pérez look like against the Washington Nationals?
Execute with his heater, get ahead of people, and continue to feel confidence to use the full arsenal. And even when he's behind in the count, feeling like, I can go land a secondary. And, him able to do that with the type of fastball he has, it just opens up, so much for him. And then, to get some runners on base, continuing to prioritize, doing his best to try to slow down and mitigate the running game some, which I think from that part in camp, whether it's in games or the backfield, he's really worked diligently on that and has made some strides.
Well, Eury Pérez will face 7 lefties in this lineup for the Washington Nationals. They brought their A squad, so he's going to have an opportunity. And you heard 2 things with Clayton. Don't be afraid to land those secondaries against left-handed hitters. Also, how he holds runners when guys get on. 15 stolen bases against Eury last year in 20 starts. So those are the 2 things to watch out for today for Eury Pérez as he takes the hill for his 3rd start in Grapefruit League play. He did throw on the backfield 5 days ago, but it's going to be 10 days since we have last seen Eury Pérez here on a baseball diamond, broadcasting him as he will go opposite Foster Griffin. We'll break. We'll get you ahead of the count. We're playing baseball at 1:10. It's the Marlins. It is the Nationals. 1:10 first pitch right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
At Loan Depot, we're big on home. Home games, home teams, home field advantage, and you better believe it, home runs. For us, home means everything, which is why we're offering more options that make buying your first home easier and more affordable. No matter where you are on your home ownership journey, round the corner to LoanDepot.com and let us help get you home. That's LoanDepot.com. We're on deck ready to hit it out of the home ownership park for you. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLC ID number 174475.
Legal battles shouldn't be fought alone, especially when your health, finances, or family's future are on the line. I'm Adam Werner. At Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, we guide our neighbors across the Miami, Florida community through some of life's most difficult legal transitions, from injury cases to disability cases, bankruptcy, and more. Our team is committed to providing clear guidance, strong advocacy, and dependable support every step of the way. Let our family help lead the fight so you can focus on yours. Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, official law firm of the Miami Marlins.
The Ritz-Carlton Key Biscayne, Miami invites you to discover a new era of coastal luxury following its $100 million transformation, where open-air design and sweeping ocean views create a seamless connection to the sea. Set across 17 acres of pristine beachfront, the resort blends island serenity with the dynamic rhythm of Miami. Experience the calm between the currents of city and sea, and reserve at ritzcarlton.com or call 1-800-542-8680.
This is Griffin Conine, and you're listening to Marlins On Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Well, fired up to see Griffin Conine today in the lineup and playing first as we get you set here for a 1:10 first pitch. Washington Nationals, Miami Marlins. Steven Strom here, Jack McMullen. This is Marlins On Deck, and we always appreciate you making us a part of your day. Let's start with Eury Pérez, 22-year-old right-hander who is set to make his third start of the spring, first against a non-Cardinal team. He started on February 28th, 10 days ago, against the Redbirds, an inning and two-thirds, 6 hits, 4 runs. He did throw on the backfield on Thursday to get his work in. In that start against St. Louis, 19 pitches, 12 for strikes, but there was some weird things that happened. There was a sun-aided hit. There was a chopper by third base. There was an overturned strike 3. They're all excuses that I'm giving because I think Eury's really good. But we shall see Eury Pérez go opposite Foster Griffin, 30-year-old left-hander from Orlando, Florida. So this guy made 7 career appearances after being drafted by the Kansas City Royals in the first round of the 2014 draft. He was then traded to Toronto in 2022, released shortly after. So he decided to do what a lot of these pitchers tend to do. They go to Japan and play in the NPB. So on January 12th, 2023, he signed over to play in Japan. He ended up being an all-star in 2025, a 1.62 ERA over 78 frames last year. And then he inked a 1-year, $5.5 million deal with the Washington Nationals on December 22nd. They are going to use Griffin as a starter this year. He did throw 2 scoreless innings against Team Venezuela, 15 of 29 pitches for strikes. I will wait, and Jack will as well. We'll break down Foster Griffin's arsenal and how he got back to the States in just a few minutes. Eury Pérez, Foster Griffin, they will be our matchup on the mound today at 1:10. We will break. Got some good news. Kyle Stowers, we might see him sooner than later. Plus, when we'll see Graham Pauley, who's DHing today, potentially play out in the field. That's all coming up next. More to come on the Marlins Radio Network.
Miccosukee Casino and Resort is your place in Miami to live it up and play on. Unleash the excitement of slots, high-stakes bingo, and 24/7 poker action. Indulge in exquisite dining at La Brisa and handcrafted cocktails at Tempt Lounge. Unwind in our elegant rooms and suites as you elevate your entertainment around the clock. And check out our new Little Trail Casino on I-75, exit 49. Rediscover Miccosukee Casino and Resort, voted best casino in Miami. Visit Miccosukee.com for more.
I'm Adam Werner. As the official law firm of the Miami Marlins, Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia fights for our clients the same way the Marlins fight on the field, relentlessly and with a winning strategy. Our team represents clients in personal injury, workers' compensation, veterans disability, bankruptcy, and Social Security cases. From our home office in Miami, Florida, we provide powerhouse legal representation built on dedication, experience, and results. If you need a team that's ready to step up to the plate for you, visit wernerhoffman.com. Werner, Hoffman, and Gregg, and Garcia, proudly serving the 305 community.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Well, as we inch closer and closer to opening day, folks, it's 17 days away. It means it's getting hotter and hotter here in South Florida. It is about 84 degrees. It's going to be a toasty one. Eury Pérez will go opposite Foster Griffin. Hello, everyone. Hi, streaming live on the MLB app. I'm Steven Strom. That's Jack McMullen. You'll hear him in a couple of minutes. Real quick, want to remind you guys, don't miss a moment of Fight and Fish action. Visit Marlins.tv to subscribe and stream all regular season Marlins games. Okay, so we do have some good news and notes from Clayton McCullough earlier today. Kyle Stowers, who's been out with that mild hamstring strain, he will play, or at least the plan is to play him on Saturday, starting in the outfield. I think that's really good and significant news because instead of doing what they've done with Graham Pauley, who's been battling that forearm strain, and just DHing him and getting him ABs, Clayton McCullough and the staff feels comfortable enough putting him out in the outfield. Andrew Nardi, we will see him pitch for the first time since 2024. Anthony Bender, he's also expected to make his Grapefruit League debut today. Graham Pauley will continue to DH, and when we asked Clayton McCullough when we could see him positionally, he didn't really give us a timetable. They're going to really slow play this. He did play in the field yesterday in a sim game, but he did not throw the ball. Max Meyer will start tomorrow, and we will also see Chris Paddock follow Max Meyer, not follow in the same game, but he will start the following game. So that's your update as far as Clayton McCullough's news and notes are concerned. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints the picture. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. 17 days until opening night. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together. Miami Marlins spring training baseball. It is next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor